Snakes are some of the most fascinating creatures on our planet. They are masters of camouflage. They are incredible hunters. Most of the time, they prefer to be left alone, slithering silently through the undergrowth or basking in the sun. But what happens when two of these amazing reptiles cross paths? It is not always a friendly meeting. Sometimes, a silent tension fills the air, and a conflict is about to begin. These encounters are not just random acts of aggression. They are a vital part of the snake world, a raw display of instinct and survival that determines who gets to pass on their genes and who must retreat. It's a high-stakes game in the animal kingdom. Imagine the scene: a dense, humid jungle floor. The air is thick with the sounds of insects and distant birds. Suddenly, two large male king cobras meet. They are not just passing by. There is a reason for this encounter, a powerful primal drive that pushes them towards a confrontation. This is not a fight to the death, not usually. It is something far more complex and interesting. It is a test of strength, a battle of wills, and a ritual that has been practiced for millions of years. The world seems to hold its breath as these two reptilian giants prepare for their epic showdown, a silent but powerful drama about to unfold. Most people think of snakes as solitary animals, and for the most part, that is true. They hunt alone, they travel alone, but there are crucial moments in their lives when they must interact with others of their own kind. These interactions can be incredibly intense. When a snake decides to fight, it is a serious commitment. It is using up precious energy that it could be using for hunting or finding shelter. So, the decision to engage in combat is never taken lightly. It is a calculated risk, driven by the most powerful forces in nature: the need to eat, to have a safe place to live, and to find a mate. The world of snakes is often misunderstood. We see them as silent, mysterious predators, but there is so much more to their lives. Their social interactions, especially their fights, reveal a hidden side to their character. These are not simple, mindless battles. They are intricate dances of power and dominance. They are a way for snakes to establish order and hierarchy without causing unnecessary harm to each other. Understanding these fights helps us appreciate just how complex and intelligent these animals truly are. They are not just surviving. They are navigating a complicated social world filled with rules and rituals that we are only just beginning to understand. So why would two snakes decide to have a go at each other? One of the biggest reasons is territory. A snake's territory is its kingdom. It is where it finds food, water, and safe places to hide from predators like eagles or mongooses. A good territory is worth fighting for. If another snake, especially another male, wanders into this prime, real-world estate, the owner will not be happy. He will see the intruder as a direct threat to his resources and his survival. He must defend his home. This often leads to a confrontation, a clear signal that this patch of ground is already taken and the intruder should move along. Another major reason for a snake showdown is the competition for a mate. This is especially common during the breeding season. When a female snake is ready to mate, she releases special chemical signals called pheromones into the air. These signals are like a powerful perfume that attracts males from all around. Often, more than one male will arrive at the same time. Now they have a problem. They both want to mate with the same female, but only one can win that right. This is when things get really serious. The males will engage in a spectacular display of strength and endurance to prove who is the most powerful and worthy suitor. Sometimes the fight is simply about food. While snakes do not usually fight over a single meal, it can happen if resources are extremely scarce. A more common scenario is when one snake tries to eat another. The world of snakes can be a dangerous place, and cannibalism is not unheard of. A larger, more powerful snake like a king cobra, whose diet consists mainly of other snakes, will see a smaller snake not as a rival, but as its next meal. In this case, the fight is not a ritualized combat dance. It is a life or death struggle between a predator and its prey, a truly terrifying and dramatic event. Finally, some fights are about establishing a pecking order. In areas where many snakes live close together, like at a communal den where they hibernate for the winter, there needs to be a clear social structure. Fights, or combat rituals, help to establish who is the top snake. The dominant male gets the best basking spots, the first choice of mates, and the most respect. These contests are less about immediate resources and more about long-term social status. It is a way for the snakes to sort out their differences, and create a stable community where everyone knows their place, reducing the need for constant conflict. When two male snakes decide to fight, it is rarely a bloody affair with lots of biting. Instead, it is more like a carefully choreographed wrestling match. This is often called a combat dance. The two snakes will approach each other cautiously. They raise the front parts of their bodies high off the ground, standing tall and facing each other like two boxers in a ring. They might sway back and forth, sizing each other up, testing each other's nerve. This initial phase is all about intimidation. They are trying to look as big and as powerful as possible, hoping the other snake will simply back down and slither away without a physical struggle. If neither snake retreats, the real action begins. They will intertwine their bodies, wrapping around each other in a tight embrace. It looks like a complicated knot of scales and muscle. Their goal is to overpower their opponent. They will use all their strength to push and shove, each one trying to force the other's head to the ground. It is a grueling test of stamina and raw power. The snake that can push the other one down and hold him there is declared the winner. This wrestling can go on for hours, a silent, powerful struggle that drains the energy of both competitors until one can no longer continue the fight. Although most combat rituals are about wrestling, biting can sometimes occur. However, with venomous snakes like vipers or cobras, they usually do not envenomate each other during these fights. Scientists believe they are immune or highly resistant to the venom of their own species. The bites are more like nips, a way to get a better grip, or to show aggression without using their deadliest weapon. The real goal is not to kill the rival, but to prove who is stronger. Using venom would be a waste of a precious resource needed for hunting, and it could escalate the fight to a level that is dangerous for both of them. The entire fight is a magnificent display of strength and strategy. It is not just about brute force. The snakes are constantly adjusting their positions, looking for an advantage, and trying to anticipate their rival's next move. They are showing off their fitness and health. A stronger, healthier snake will be able to wrestle for longer and push harder. This is exactly what the female, who might be watching from nearby, is looking for. She wants to mate with the strongest male to ensure that her offspring have the best chance of survival. The combat dance is the ultimate test to find that champion. After a long and exhausting battle, one snake will finally emerge as the victor. The losing snake, tired and defeated, will lower its head to the ground in a clear sign of submission. It has lost the contest. There is no shame in this retreat. It is simply an acknowledgement that the other snake was stronger on this day. The winner does not chase or continue to attack the loser. The fight is over. The defeated snake will then slowly and carefully slither away, leaving the territory, the female, or the basking spot to the champion. It will go off to recover its strength and perhaps try its luck another day, in another place. The winner, though triumphant, is also completely exhausted. The combat dance takes a huge amount of energy. The victorious snake might remain in the area, but it will need to rest and recover. If the fight was over a female, the winner now has the exclusive right to mate with her. If it was over territory, he has successfully defended his home and secured his resources. The victory reaffirms his status and strength, ensuring that his powerful genes are the ones that get passed on to the next generation. This process is crucial for keeping the snake population strong and healthy over time, a perfect example of survival of the fittest in action. What can we learn from these epic snake showdowns? These fights teach us that the animal kingdom is governed by complex rules and rituals. A snake fight is not just mindless violence. It is a highly structured event with a clear purpose: to resolve conflict without causing unnecessary death. It is a system that allows the strongest and fittest individuals to succeed, which ultimately benefits the entire species. It shows us that these creatures are not just cold-blooded killers, but are capable of complex social behaviors that are essential for their survival and for maintaining balance in their ecosystem. By observing these incredible battles, we gain a deeper respect for snakes and the challenges they face every single day. We see their power, their endurance, and their intelligence. These confrontations are a raw and honest part of nature. They remind us that life in the wild is a constant struggle, but it is a struggle governed by ancient rules that ensure the continuation of life. The dance of dominance is a beautiful, powerful, and essential part of the natural world. A dramatic performance that ensures the snake kingdom will continue to thrive for millions of years to come.